So does that also carry on to silver? In terms of precious metals and its relationship, what you understand of its relationship to gold and also to the market. Just talk a bit about silver in that respect.
Silver, gold is what I call a monetary metal. Most of its value in the market is dependent upon perceptions of value of gold versus paper assets. Not by and large its supply and demand in the industrial sector. Silver has that, but it has a much larger industrial application as well. Silver was the last currency that I think was backed by silver, I think was China's currency in the 1930s that was officially backed by silver, as opposed to just we had sixpences which were incidentally made of silver in circulation until the 1970s. But the last currency officially backed by silver, I think, was China in the 1930s. So silver was demonetized much longer ago. And of course, the ultimate demonetization of silver was the US in the late 19th century. And that really presaged almost a century of underperformance by silver. So in about the 1900, you could buy silver at $1 an ounce, and by about 2000, it was $5 an ounce. Now, if you consider what happened to prices around you, that was pretty terrible performance. Silver hasn't really ever got over, in some senses, that demonetization. And although it does have periods of extreme volatility, and it has periods of outperformance and periods of underperformance, at the moment, what it's being dominated by is the fact that the world economy does not seem to be as strong as perhaps we thought a year and a half ago, and therefore that has actually depressed the silver price relative to the gold price. So at the moment, the ratio between the two is close to 70. Now that's almost unprecedented. By weight, there is 20 times more silver in the Earth's crust than there is gold. So you would naturally expect there to be a sort of 20-to-1 ratio. And indeed, of course, when under the bimetallic standard in the US, you used to have silver dollars, and then an ounce of gold was worth $20. So there was that 20-to-1 ratio, which respected that. So for it, and if you look post-war, probably the ratio has averaged more like 40-45. So the fact that it's at 70 at the moment is fairly unprecedented, which means that silver is cheap relative to the price of gold. So at the moment, I like silver as an asset. I think it has further to bounce.
Is there a reason for its volatility? Or we just talk about that?
Silver's volatility.
Yeah.
Silver is, the two great periods of, well, I suppose the greatest period of volatility was when the Hunt brothers supposedly tried to corner the market in the late 1970s, early 1980s. There is a question mark over unofficial reserves of silver, and no one seems able to quantify those or has ever been able to quantify. Implicitly, there appear to be those reserves, very much like platinum reserves in Russia. No one knows quite how large they are. The same is true as silver. There are various silver reserves held around the world, usually as legacy assets of central banks. And part of the reason for silver's occasional volatility is when the price goes up, in particular, there's always a question about whether these stockpiles have been exhausted. Certainly, once they are exhausted, what you'll find is that there is a structural undersupply of silver in the market, and that is what I would expect more than anything else to catalyze a return from a ratio of 70-to-1 with gold to a ratio of 20-to-1 with gold. But people have historically been wrong. The Hunt brothers thought that it was 1979, 1980 that those stockpiles would have run out. They found probably to their cost that, or definitely to their cost, that it wasn't then. No one is quite sure how close we are to the exhaustion of those reserves.
As a trend, generally gold goes up and silver follows, and ditto, gold comes down and silver follows. Why is it on its heels almost?
I think because it has many of the same characteristics as gold, and in particular, gold is responding to a monetary valuation, and silver is still considered half a monetary asset, in the sense that you can have coinage made of silver. You know, if you turn up with a silver coin, it does have intrinsic worth as well as its face value, and in some parts of the world it is used in that form as a currency, all right? It's not as official a currency nor as valuable as a currency as gold is, but it does have that, partially, that same function, and that's why they're moving to broadly the same sort of factors and forces in the world economy and markets.